All right, thank you for subscribing to the AI Enthusiast Newsletter. This week I've chosen 5 exciting and relevant articles for you to read. The first article discusses 3 major dataset problems in artificial intelligence and machine learning. First, as you may know, datasets fuel AI models, right? And AI systems learn by sifting through countless examples to discern patterns in the data, whether they are tasked with generating text, recognizing objects, or predicting a company's stock price. However, like the humans who create them, these artificial intelligence and machine learning datasets are not without flaws. And according to studies, many of the libraries used to train, benchmark, and test models have biases and mistakes, highlighting the danger of putting too much trust in data that hasn't been thoroughly vetted, for example, even when the data comes from prestigious institutions like university and everything. So this article by Kyle Wiggers is about 3 major issues with data sets in AI and machine learning. Issues with labels, and of course benchmark problems, for example. And the next article it's entitled 5 Common Myths About Artificial Intelligence by Business. It's written by Ann Lee and published by Desa Analytics. I enjoy a lot reading this 6 minute article that explore many common misconceptions and myths about artificial intelligence that business should be aware. By dispelling this myth and learning more about how AI works, we can ensure that you will take full advantage of the power of this technology. According to the author, business should also be aware of the potential risk associated with artificial intelligence. You can create a safe and welcoming work environment for all by understanding these risks and taking precautions to avoid them. And the next article is about the 6 maturity dimensions, and is discussed in a very interesting article that I'm sharing with you. As digitization becomes the norm in most organizations, the following transformation era has arrived, and it's incorporate AI in day-to-day business. But only if you know exactly where you are now and what it's possible to do with these technologies, and the actions that you need to take to get there, you can get full advantage of these technologies. And to help you on this, you can use a model shared on this article to determine the level of maturity in your organization or team. The next article was written by Christopher New, CEO of New Media LCC, delves into the infinite universe of failure in AI and machine learning projects. We all been there, right? According to Christopher, machine learning models are intended to be experimental. As such, they will fail regularly. As a result, detecting algorithm drifts early and mitigate those failures before they become catastrophic for a company, it's critical. Also, bias in data sets, as we talked earlier, is a significant source of machine learning failures, either during initial training or during production, that it's worst. And last but not least, in the article written by Kai-Fu Lee and published on Wire a few days ago, Dr. Lee investigated the topic of natural language understanding, where the continuous advances in machine learning make less and less sense to compare AI to the human mind. Instead, Dr. Lee believes that deep learning and its extensions will soon outperform humans on an increasing number of tasks, but that humans will be still able to handle many tasks far better than deep learning. What are your thoughts on that? That's really interesting article. And of course, if you like this article from Dr. Lee, you will love the video that I'm sharing this week in the newsletter. I want to share an amazing video from Swiss Cognitive, the world leading AI networks, the latest event they promote with the great Kai-Fu Lee. Dr. Kai-Fu Lee is CEO of Sinovation Ventures and author of AI Superpowers book. Dr. Lee previously served as Google China president and senior executive of Microsoft, SGI, and Apple. Not well, right? Not bad. In this video, he provides a wonderful exploration of how AI will transform our world in the coming years. You should definitely watch this video. Well, so this is all for today. So I want to see you in the next AI Enthusiast Letter on 2022.